Okay. Now that that's done. Okay, let's see what we got here. Hello everyone. I gotta say, it's about time that I get this out of the way, that's for sure. Obviously today, I'm gonna be dealing with the next Lostbelt. Since it's been quite a long time, obviously, we're gonna have to do that soon enough, that's for sure. Now, funny enough that they gave me Lostbelt 6 for free as well, funny enough. But we're not gonna deal with that. We're dealing with this one right here, especially this purple one right here. I have to anyway because that one I need to finish in order to actually participate in a Halloween event that's coming up in the next couple of days, I think. I don't know when it's gonna start, but it's gonna happen. It's obviously I have to get all the Lizzes anyway, though I won't stream that one, but I am streaming this. This is the main story content. I'm 100% streaming for sure. I just hope that we get to finish it soon. I don't know how many days we're gonna end up dealing with that though. That's the thing. And even now, I got a feeling that unfortunately that means I might have to do FGO content bleeding into the October. And I'm saying loosely bleeding because obviously I have to do this while doing those kinds of things. I may even try to stream this sooner, like 2 hours earlier than what it is right now, if I can. Maybe 2 extra hours will actually help it out, and then we will finish it up around like midnight or something. I don't know. We'll see. Or we'll see. Either way, in the end of the day, I gotta get this done. A lot has happened since then, though, I have to admit. Originally, I was supposed to work on Lostbelt 5, the third part at least, a lot sooner. But because I gotten a kitten at one point, and then I ended up getting sick. I was also working. It was basically all three things, and not only that, but I had to do some art, do Madness Day stuff, and then of course do some Madness streams here and there. But other than that, hey, we'll see how it's gonna go. Wait a minute. Am I getting double the audio now? I think I'll have to mute the desktop audio just in case. I don't know for sure it's gonna affect it or not. I mute the desktop audio because the capture audio is actually active too. That wasn't like that before. Let me just lower that. If it gets louder than what it is right now, we'll actually do something about that. That is a first. That is a first. I never thought I'll see that. Let me know if the music is not hearable in the actual story thing, okay? Come on, I was meant to do the log. Give me a moment. And of course, it's gonna make me say that. We're back. We're finally back. Great job out there, Shadow Border. I'll go with this. Give me a moment. Sorry, Machu, but I have to read this first part. That's what I was supposed to do. The Shadow Border is now docked at the Wandering Sea. In Port 1. All Chaldea staff, please disembark at your earliest convenience. Oh, I have a bit of a tendency to actually just tap like crazy. Yes, Senpai. We've all made it back to base safely. Indeed. We have. Indeed we have. I can scarcely recall the last time I was able to breathe a genuine sigh of relief. that aside, I didn't expect returning to the Wandering Sea to be so involved. First, we had to anchor the storm border out at sea. Then we had to change the shadow border to make our way here by diving underwater. And I must say, any workshop you can only access from under the sea is a long ways from perfect in my book. Also, I'm gonna be a bit rusty because it's been quite a long time I actually did a read kind of thing and maybe a bit of voice acting. I don't know. Well done out there, everyone. I have been eagerly awaiting your return. Congratulations on your victory over the Atlantic Lostbelt. Not only did you succeed at your primary objective brilliantly, you even brought back a more fascinating souvenir than I could ever imagine. That battleship out there is simply fabulous. I won't be surprised if that fades, though. The data you sent painted a truly spectacular picture. But now that I have seen it in person, your data hardly did it justice. While I can certainly understand how you feel, Miss Sinon, I'm afraid I must ask that you postpone indulging your curiosity a bit longer. I believe you are already aware of the situation and of the next move we need to make. Oh, you better believe it. Not to worry, our next mission is right up my alley as well. Oh? I see. My apologies. I should have... oh boy. I should have known Atlas's resident child prodigy would already have the matter well in hand. Okay. Mr. Rixilla, Director Gordondorf, Miss Kernite, and Mr. M. Wait, Mr. M? Who's Mr. M again? Oh yeah, that one guy. Wait a minute! I won't be surprised if they actually realize that I hope they didn't do that. They actually shortened to Mr. M. Although, that'll be funny. May I suggest you take this opportunity to roll up our sleeves and return to our respective positions? How do you know to handle my handle, Holmes? Don't tell me you're addicted to online games too. Wait, what? Well, I won't deny I have my own vices. Online games are not among them. Indeed, I still have very little experience when it comes to video games. I think if he actually indulged himself in video games, he'll most likely go for like mystery ones. Ones that has puzzles. I got a feeling he would go into those. That, or maybe some sort of literature game. No, that was just a small demonstration of my skill. While I may not have been at my best in Olympus, I am still the world's foremost detective, you see. By virtue of my profession, revealing secrets comes as naturally to me as breathing does to you. And he does the winking thing like Emiya. Oh boy. You really are the worst, aren't you? Nope, not buying it. It's, I think it's more like a fetish than it is anything to do with your job. Now, that's enough of that. Agio. I never seen that one. I never seen that bit. Maybe I did, but I don't know how to say it. So, Agio. I think that's how you say it. His choice of topic aside, The point is, Holmes has proven that his detective skills are still sharp. And I, for one, am most encouraged to see it. Administrative advisor. Just make sure you keep your magnifying glasses away from my own private affairs. It's wonderful to see everyone so relaxed again. I think we all started feeling less tense on the way back from Olympus, and it looks like I was right. Yeah, we're all under a ton of stress for a long time. I know I'm pretty darn relieved. I'll go with this. You really not supposed to chit chat on the dock, you know? Oh, also, just to let you know, if we do finish this up before October or possibly during October, after the whole horror game stuff in October, I will most likely do Lostbelt 6 after October. Just so we could get it out of the way. I might actually consider doing that. Besides, last I checked, you Caldanes are supposed to get ready to tackle the next Lostbelt. For all we know, this could be the last time we get to come back to the base like this. So I encourage you all to head back to your rooms and rest up for what's to come next. Oh yes, you certainly don't have to tell me twice. Yeah, go get your bacon, mister. I've been looking forward to putting up my feet on my fluffy bed and drifting off without having to worry about being woken up by an emergency alert for ages now. Right, you just jinxed it. Oh yes, by the way, Captain. Yes? Shouldn't my glorious director's office be done by now? Huh? What? Jeez, Louise, I heard that one. Somebody sneezed in the background. Right. How could I forget? How's that coming along, Xenon? Yes, of course, it's all done. However, as luck would have it, it just began further renovations a few minutes ago. With the aim... Oh boy, give me a moment. Ugh. That's weird. Ugh. Something went right up my nose for something. I think it was some sort of bug. Ugh. No, ugh. Whatever it is. Renovations a few minutes ago, with an aim of making it even more gorgeous than before. In the meantime, Gordoff, I would ask that you continue to look forward to the office of your dreams. Oh, wow. From the comfort of Storehouse 3, for the time being. Storehouse 3? I don't believe it! She clearly forgot all about me. But instead of admitting her mistake, she chosen to power straight through with a 1,000-wit smile. My. What about you and Da Vinci, Captain? So, what are you and Da Vinci gonna do now, Captain? Let's go with this. I'm going to head right back to the storm border. It's still pretty unstable, even with all the renovations we made in Atlantis. I need to store it up so it could eventually, oh boy, operate even without my presence, or the storm borders for that matter. I see. So you'll be replacing the vital parts currently supported by the Orionets and Phantasm with the real ones. It seems then that you have a great deal of welding ahead of you. Yeah, once that's done, I have to replace the central control system with something that doesn't depend on the shadow border, so we stop piling more work onto Da Vinci. I take it everything's ready to go, Sinon. You know it. I already finished moving your things out, so you can focus on all your energy on the construction. Interesting. Let me at least do a little something. There we go. So, what does that mean exactly? It means that both Captain... No, let me take a look. Let me hear if in Twitch's side that I'm hearing audio. You're gonna hear a bit of double in a moment. Okay, I think it's okay. Sorry if you're gonna hear a little bit of double. I think it's there. I hear myself. You know what? Let me mute myself for a bit. Okay, after hearing that, I think I'll have to put back desktop audio after all. I don't think the audio is in there at all. The things happen to be. So basically, you guys weren't hearing any music for this entire time. At least the when I actually muted it the first time. It's because I saw video capture device and I thought that it didn't have anything. Oh well, it happens. Hopefully, that'll be the only issue I had. It means that both Captain and Da Vinci will be staying on the storm border for the time being. In the meantime, the rest of you will remain here at Chaldea Base to prepare for the next Lostbelt operation. Mr. Rixilla, your task will be training to further improve your master capabilities. Miss Curlite, you'll be fine-tuning the Ortinax. And Miss Sinon and I will begin investigating and analyzing the foreign god in earnest. You can't do that? Only with the information we currently have available, but yes. The foreign god. And we did see her in the last Lostbelt for sure. Oh boy. My first order of business will be to pursue the atmosphere records we brought along with Chaldea's Antarctic base. These records should contain information on the former director Olga Mary, who has now returned in the form of the foreign god, and of her father, Sir Manius Berry, the founder of Chaldea. In the sense, I suppose it would be an internal affairs investigation of sorts. As for Miss Sinon, she will be. Say no more. You want me to observe and examine everything I can about the existential side, the foreign god that now exists on our planet. You can do that? Now look, you surprised me so much and I reacted in the same way as Rixilla. God damn it. So that's why I'm making my face on as the character? So you did. It was very entertaining to watch. At any rate, yes. I can indeed determine the foreign god's whereabouts now. In fact, I have already done so. All is within Tris Magnius the second's I'll be honest, this one I've never seen. I know what it says, but oh boy, I'm gonna try my best. Analytical capabilities. Okay, I kind of struggle on that one. Man, oh man, it's hard to believe that they put dictionary words in here. I don't mind though. I actually get to learn something at least. You may think of them as being analogous to Sheba from the original Chaldea, if that helps. As we speak, the foreign god's signal has left the Atlantic Lostbelt and moved to the South American one, where it is holding position. Oh? I guess that'll be our next destination, maybe? After I have traced Manges' the second train Manges' 2 analysis, the time-lapse footage, it concluded that it could not observe a future where the signal would leave in South Africa, while the world was in a current bleak state, which means we can expect the foreign god to remain in South America for the time being. I see. And does that mean that the Lostbelt that we're gonna go next later on is in South America? Well, we'll find out. She's not moving from the South American Lostbelt then? Then does that mean... I'll go with this. Katsuya's magecraft injured her so badly that she can no longer move. Mr. K is something else then. He was a worthy opponent, I will admit. That would be the most reasonable conclusion. I can think of no other reason than the foreign god to refrain from attacking us. Then this is a perfect chance to strike back! If we go after her now while she's still injured, then... Sorry, Gordy, but I don't think that's a good idea. I mean, we literally barely survived against her onslaught, and not only that, but we're in no shape to actually deal with that. Oh, hey guys. I hope you don't mind me jumping in remotely. That's right, it's me, Da Vinci. I'm currently examining the storm border along with the Nemo Marines. Okay. What? Hey, cut that out. Marine D. Those are my shakes, damn it. Oh, wow. Somebody took her skates. I swear, why are you guys always messing with me? Because we're both riders, which makes us rivals, and there's no way we're gonna let you win without a fight. God damn it. Since you got the land covered, we got the sea. Whoever ends up controlling the sky will win it all. Oh my. That's why one of these days we're gonna have the Captain Nemo fight you to see who gets to keep the storm border. Come on, Marines, winner takes all. Let's win this thing. Oh boy. Huh? What are you guys even talking about? Just ignore them, Da Vinci. More importantly, wasn't there something you wanted to tell us? Oh, right. Almost forgot. You know, Captain, it wouldn't kill you to keep these guys in line. Anyway, speaking in capacity as technical advisor, I have a strongly advise against trying to attack the foreign god in the South America right now. Even if she really is as badly injured as we are assuming, we still be no match for her. At least not yet. I got a feeling we gotta get a game plan to take her down. Based on what we observed in Olympus, the foreign god's spirit origin output is in the order of the third-class planet. So, a planetary threat. Good to know. In other words, she's the strongest being we've seen since Beast 1 Gota and his second-class planet-level power. Jeez Louise. That powerful, huh? And the thing is, there is planet busters in Fate Grand Order, apparently. Though I don't know about Galaxy. We just don't have anything powerful enough to destroy something like that, even if the Storm Border were in perfect condition. I wonder how many power scalers actually rank the characters in Fate Grand Order, or even in Fate in general. I know that I think somebody tackled Saber at one point, but I wonder if that person would actually analyze every other individual character, especially Fate Grand Order's craziness. So if we tried going into South America now, never mind beating her, just surviving would be a miracle. If anything, we should be grateful that things are at the stalemate right now. I have to admit though, the one weapon in Fate Grand Order that I will actually fear is that Tin Axe for sure. One direct hit and I'm gone bye-bye maybe. The strongest being we've seen since Gota. True. When we fought in Gota, we were only able to defeat him thanks to a number of extenuating circumstances. But what about the Black Barrel? Couldn't that do something against the foreign god? No matter the scale of her lifespan. As much as I would love to say that my darling Black Barrel is up to the task, I'm afraid I cannot. Wait, what? I thought that was a god killer! To begin, it is possible that the foreign god simply does not fit in our perception of common sense. So, the Black Barrel has its limits. It could take down gods from that one Lostbelt, but it can't take down a foreign entity or any means that are like that level. Huh. Never mind then. I guess I'm safe. You see, the Black Barrel can only measure the longevity of something understood by creatures of Earth. Ah. Okay. We simply have no guarantee that the same rules apply to the foreign god. Okay, yeah, I'm actually am safe. Holy crap. Bloody hell. Technically speaking, like... I'll basically put an origin story soon enough. But I got a feeling that I'll be safe too. Though the Olympian gods are from space too, so one world. That said, I suppose it is at least possible, given that we are able to communicate with them. But even then, I doubt that the Black Barrel's accomplishments measure wouldn't be able to get a full read on the foreign god's lifespan. Oh, and what is that? Isn't the Black Barrel designed precisely to turn those sorts of differences in capacity on their heads? Well, think about it. The foreign god whipped up an gravitational field like it was nothing, remember? We are talking about a being capable of creating black holes. My engineering simply cannot compete. A being that could... She sounds like she's multidimensional, I'll be honest. She's not planetary, she's multidimensional, and she could just do black holes. You all know about black holes, right? They're basically pitfalls of pure darkness that suck up anything in their vicinity. Even I don't want to go in there. I say pitfall, but in meta-theoretical sense, there is no falling involved. They're exerting a gravitational force on anything within range. Basically, anything goes in there, it's gone for good. Though, if you're Godzilla, you'll be able to survive that. The reason they called black holes is because not even light can escape their pull, which makes them as dark as they physically possible to be. The speed of light is 300,000 kilometers per a second, and with our current understanding of the laws of physics, you are unable to exceed it. So there's just no way for anything I could engineer to keep up with an opponent who can toss out black holes with hardly any effort. Jeez Louise. Really? Granted, that gravitational field was quite the force to be reckoned with. Does that mean there's just nothing we can do against someone with black holes in their arsenal? No, that is not quite accurate. I am not saying that black holes are strong simply by virtue of their nature. In fact, increasing gravity is actually very simple. All one has to do is compress mass and raise the density. Okay. For example, if we could compress Earth's mass to the size of a fingertip, it would become a black hole. So the mechanics beyond a black hole's creation are clearly understood. We simply lack the engineering skill to create one. Even as we speak, new black holes are forming throughout the universe. They are the inevitable result of what happens when the large star reaches the end of its life cycle and collapses under its own weight. Yeah, something that will eventually happen even to our universe one day. But it won't be happening anytime soon. Like, that's possibly out of my lifespan, at least in the current state. Who knows? They're part of the stellar life as such, they occur throughout the universe on a daily basis. In other words, the foreign god is using the same mechanisms as the cosmos itself. That's what you expect from a foreign god. Space alien things. Space alien god. Which means even the very scales we employ must use completely different units of measurement than hers. Is that correct? I'm afraid so. The Black Barrel is designed for fighting life forms regardless of how powerful those life forms may be. But unfortunately for us, humanity has yet to devise a calculation that is not only capable of measuring the lifespan of celestial objects, but then using that measurement as a weapon. The only reason we're able to use it to defeat the gods of Olympus is because they're a part of the theory that only worked in a Lostbelt. Thank you for at least giving me that explanation. Now I know why that we could able to take down those gods. Put differently, because they were once a foundational factor of human history. Then there's no way for us to use the Black Barrel to stop the foreign god, since it uses its target's own longevity as ammunition. Correct. Our battle with the foreign god will be determined solely by how much energy we are able to use to produce. So if our opponent is outputting as much energy as your average star, we need to come up with a weapon that can match and exceed it. Oh boy. Easier said than done. Is that even possible? I wonder. I suggest we leave that topic for a later time. For the moment, stabilizing the storm border is our top priority. But even if we get the storm border in perfect working order, what good will it do if we don't have anything useful weapons to bring to bear? Oh, I wouldn't worry about that. We do have some idea of where we might find such a weapon, don't we, Da Vinci? Wait, what? Maybe. I mean, yeah. If we're only talking about where to look, that part's in the bag. But actually getting our hands on it, that's a whole nother story. That's quite alright, Da Vinci. We'll have plenty of time to figure that out. In the meantime, there's something I would like to ask of you regarding Kodak Zimbalist. I don't know. Is it true that he gave you something before you put him in the recovery pod? Oh, that. I'm surprised you know about that, Holmes. Who spilled the beans anyway? Oh, that'll be me. You're talking about the memory chip, right? I'm the one who told him about it, and how it probably has records of the cryptor's communications. Right you are, Millionaire. Okay, there's that name. That chip contains all sorts of communication logs between Mr. K, which I can't still pronounce, so hey, and the other cryptors. I'm pretty sure Kodak copied them himself. Most of it was about the Atlantic Lostbelt, so it's all pretty useless now. There are 2 bits I found interesting, though. Oh? Oh? And what are those? First, that the attack the attack on our world began with the bleached earth phenomenon, not the trees of emptinesses. Oh? And second, that the bleached earth phenomenon point of origin was in North America, in Area 51. Wait, what? Area 51? Well, aliens destroyed the world. Huh? So the Tree of Emptinesses came after Earth was wiped clean? North America. Area 51? My god. We may not have a great deal of information at this point, but nonetheless. Da Vinci, would you be so kind as to send that data over to me as well? Sure thing, knock yourself out. Alright, that's all from me for now. The sword border isn't gonna improve itself after all. Ritzilla, Machu, I know things aren't easy right now, but try not to let them get you guys down, okay? Don't worry, you'll feel a lot less anxious once you'll get a good rest and gotten back into the swing of things with your training. I might not get to see you guys for a while, but for the oh boy. But the next time I do, I look forward to seeing how much you grown. Okay. Da Vinci already brought up everything I wish to, so there's not much left for me to say. Now for the foreign god has arrived on Earth, the situation has changed dramatically. However, that does not mean we should panic. For the moment, the best thing we can do is that we keep our heads down and focus exclusively on what we are able to effect. Okay. For myself and Holmes, on the analysis team, that means studying the enemy and coming up with a plan. For the field team, namely Ritzilla, Machu, and the Borders crew, that means equal parts of training and recuperation. No need to worry. According to whatever that thing is called, prognostications, I think that's how you said, the world should remain perfectly intact for at least another month. Oh. And as the Atlas Institute's resident genius, that gives me more than enough time to come up with a plan guaranteed to succeed. So I encourage you all to kick back, relax, and enjoy this standby time as best as you can. Okay. Okay, so now we start doing the next bit on this. 5th year of Konyo Helian Kaio. I don't know. We'll see how this is gonna go. Start quest. At 1. Time to deal with this little craziness. I don't think we'll get a map yet until we actually get the epilogues. I mean, not epilogue. The intro bit out of the way. The moon is watching. It's in the dead of night. The time when humans lay fast asleep and wild beasts waiting with bated breath. Although there's some nocturnal animals, so just don't forget about that. As the moon alone looks up down upon the capital, renovating with evil. Oh. This is Heian Kaio, the land of marvels. Like the British Isles, mystic creatures still roam the lands, and perilous heroes hunt them down. It is in this nightmarish realm that myth still draws breath. Ooh. For example, Saji, located on the southwest end of Heian Kaio's central area. It was rebuilt only recently after a fire burned it to the ground many years ago. And it's said that the administrator of the left may have read a poem in its honor during its reopening ceremony. Speaking of administrator of the left, Fujiwara, I think that's how you say it. Pardon me if I mistaken some stuff. He is one of the Emperor's most trusted aides. Okay. A striking feature in both body and deed. None embodies the capital's prosperity or authority better than him. As such, Saiji, with its close connection to him, is the place of miracles. Or at least, it should have been. Instead, it was home to rage. To malice. Indeed, as the moon looks down, a vicious monster, practically the embodiment of loathing, roams the sacred ground of this holy temple. Shut up! Just shut up already! Some great evil spirit threatening the Imperial Palace and all of Kaio, you turned out to be. You're just another boring old evil spirit who turned tail and ran at the sight of 4 Heavenly King statues at Toji. Cheeky little punk. Stuff it! Well, it's dead. With one swing of his blade, the battle was over before it began. In a flash, the supposedly great evil spirit's formless body was scattered to the 4 winds. Oh! This guy! Ha! Done and done! This is what it means to be a brave warrior. A Hylian warrior. He is part of the last line of defense, keeping the people of the Far East Islands safe from the multitude of wicked monsters that threaten its peace. Nope. That wasn't it either. What I'm missing? Things were never like this back when I was living on the mountain. What's wrong? What don't I got? Damn it. This just ain't gonna cut it. Guarding the city? This is hardly a task worthy of one of Raiko's 4 Heavenly Kings. Damn it! At this rate, I'll never be able to be a master. A master, huh? There's something about that just doesn't sit right with me, either. How do you ever make your peace with it? Brother Susuna, I think that's how you say it? I don't know. And? The Horikaiwa. Main Street of Ichijo, Modori, Bashi, and Bridge. I think that's how you say it. Oh, this guy. Funny enough, I did end up pulling him. Although, because I was trying to pull for a certain Lancer character when the last event was going on, though I failed to get her or basically both. What's his name? Oryu and that one guy. I just only remember Oryu, really. Don't worry, the name will come back to me. Either way, I actually ended up getting him instead. Taji wielding man. You there, young lady. Yes, officer? What can I do for you at this hour of the night? Officer, huh? I suppose I can see why you mistaken me for one. But no, I am an officer no longer. I am a warrior, a retainer from Tsitsitsu. Then does that mean you're the famous sword fighter from the Genji family? I'd say you're well informed indeed, young lady. In that case, I trust you also already know that the administrator of the left has tasked the Genji family with defending the city from any who would threaten it. Yes, of course. None of us city residents will still be alive today if it weren't for the warriors of the Genji. Thank you so much for all you have done for us. If there's anything I can do to show my appreciation, oh valiant warrior, you need but to say the word. Very well then. In that case, I would like a dance. Did you say a dance? I did. The moon is rather clear tonight. I would like you to dance up on top of the bridge, so I may watch you alongside the moon's reflection on the water surface. I think it's a simple request, but hey. Do you still not understand what I mean? Would you do well to peer into the water? Perhaps if you had not taken such a undue pride in this transformation, Ubaraki, you might have noticed you forgotten to change your shadow to match. Oh! Ubaraki, of course she's gonna be here. You! How dare you! How dare you! How dare you! How dare you! Oh boy. You tricked me! You knew who I was, and you tricked me into embarrassing myself. My oh my. If this means that you figured you had me figured out from the start, then I'll kill you. You're dead. You hear me? Dead. Ugh. I hate you so much. That's it. Tonight's the night and I finally bite your head off, gorge your eyes out, skin you alive, and leave your mutilated corpse and hang for everyone on Suizaku Avenue to see. Hear me? Susanna! Huh? Hey! Look at me when I'm threatening you! I guess Ubaraki is still doing Ubaraki things. You're supposed to tremble at my fangs, shudder at my claws, and beg for mercy at my feet. How dare you look at me and see someone else, Susanna? Look at me! Look at me, damn it! Why you? Ha 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 ha! My little Susanna. You are so terrified of me that you can't move. Good. That's more like it. Yes, that's right. I've grown stronger since that night. Much stronger. Oh. They fought each other before. I've learned a lot on Mount Oi, Susanna. In the time I spent with Shuten, I learned everything I needed to know about being a better Uni. And I'm getting started. One of these days, I'm gonna lead every Uni in all of Japan. As the pair of Uni kings of Mountain Oi, Shuten, and I will descend from the high and wipe you, Genji, and devour every last person on the face of the earth. Oh boy. Hehe. Is that all you have to say, Ubaraki? Then it seems that you still have yet to catch on. You're clearly a long ways off from rivaling Shuten as a leader of the Uning world. What's that supposed to mean? Neither your flames nor your claws came close to injuring me. For that matter, in case you haven't noticed, I haven't even opened my eyes for a while now. You! Ah! How dare you make a mockery of me, you human! Curse you, Susanna! Ubaraki. Ah! My arm! You cut off my right arm! Ah! Oh God, it hurts! It hurts! It hurts! It hurts! Damn you! You bastard! Susanna! I gotta say, that means this guy is quite good. Huh? What do you think you're doing now? When do you sheath your sword? Where are you coming for my head next? Come at me again, damn it! Go on, I dare you! The next time you swing your sword at me, that's when I bite your head off! I mean it! It seems there's no servant to be found here. And you have yet to use a single support spell, even after having your arm cut off. So clearly you're not a master. Huh? Masters? Servants? What are you talking about? You have no caster aiding you. You are just in lone Uning, nothing more. As such, I have no further quarrel with you. Are we in a Holy Grail war? It sounds like we're in a Holy Grail war. I don't know what you're talking about, Susanna. But you said I'm just a lone Uning? Nothing more? I can't believe you tried to trick me with that kind of nonsense. I hate you even more now. A smoke screen made of fire. And then she hid. If nothing else, Ubaraki, you do get better at turning tail each time we meet. Next time, I'm gonna take my arm back, and I'm gonna kill you. It'll be our last meeting. You'll have my word on that, Susanna, my hated rival. Don't you dare forget it! Okay, so that's Ubaraki's rival, apparently. So she's returned to the mountain. Caster. Oh! Yes, Master. Her magical energy was far beyond that of an ordinary human, but it also didn't belong to a servant. I didn't think that Medea will be involved in this. Perhaps she was a phantasmal, or she's an Uni. Right. Of course. You never had such creatures in the land you hail from. Ubaraki and I have something of a history, as you may have guessed. But never mind that now. For the time being, I shall hold onto this arm myself. Wait, what? Understood. Wow, you got an Uning's arm. Ubaraki is definitely pissed off. So, that is what it feels like to have one's senses enhanced with magecraft. Magnificent work, Caster. As you can see, I remain without a scratch even after facing off with an Uni. Don't be ridiculous, Lord Susanna. All I did was to cast a simple spell to temporarily enhance your senses. You are the one who evaded those fearsome attacks without any physical enhancements or protection from claw and flame. Wow, this guy's good. And what's more, you did so entirely with your eyes closed. It was truly an incredible feat, if I ever seen one, Master. Hardly. Anyone who carries a sword could. Well, maybe not. But I will say that any warriors at the top of their art, that is, any of Raiko's 4 heavenly kings, could do as much. Or at least they should. Alright, my caster, let us be off. We have more query we must find tonight. Yes, Master. Understood. Does that mean that this story is not about the Master dealing with this land after all? But it's like some sort of side story? Also, what in the world is this? As usual, I keep getting these things. Oh boy. Don't tell me the stream is having issues with its frame rate again. I hate it when that happens. For some reason I get some sort of frame rate drop. Let me see if I could actually disable certain things, like let's remove this. There we go. Let me just remove this bit right here, may as well. Trying to remove as much as I can, because apparently I'm trying to make sure that I can at least improve the quality of the stream, but I don't know for sure. In looking at Twitch itself, I am definitely behind. Oh boy. How could I fix that? I do not know. I don't know why I'm always... It says basically I drop frames like a whole lot. Damn it. I may have to consider stopping stream prematurely because of the fact that I keep getting these frame rate drops. I don't know what to do with that. Singularity! We got a singularity on our hands! But as I mentioned many times, I'm very much a layland when it comes to these singularities. Plus, I really don't want to get involved with them if possible. Oh? So while usually I would be sitting back to enjoy the elegant cup of tea back in my glorious director's office, currently still in construction. Oh my. The certain senses apparently being what they are, I decided to at least put in the brief appearance here. In regards to the singularity itself, I'll let my technical advisor and administrative advisors handle the briefing. Alright, technical advisor, here you have it. I'll be watching over the proceedings from a safe, supervisory distance. Thanks, Gordy. I'll take it from here. So basically, it's not a lost belt, but we're dealing with a singularity. Ah, good old singularities. Fa fa fa! Is that your way of welcoming me for? Thanks. Alright, Rixilla and Mashu, ready to get this briefing started? Ready. I'm good to go. I take it we need to raise ship somewhere again? Now, don't be hasty. So this latest singularity was the first observed about 30 minutes ago. Of course, with the Earth currently bleached and clean of human history, the only kinds of singularities that can occur now are minute ones. Minute ones. I see. And yeah, something's going on with this. I'm taking a look at the Twitch's thing. It doesn't look like it's bad quality or anything like that. It looks like it's doing okay. So hopefully we'll get that resolved. We'll see. I don't know what's going on with OBS. OBS is saying it dropped a few frames, like a lot of frames. And it's still climbing, that's the thing. That's what I'm worried about now. I don't know what's going on with OBS right now. It's in the red. Or so we thought. Do you remember what Xenon told us about minute singularities? Basically, the worst that can happen with an unrepaired minute singularity is that it could cause a few minor problems when Earth is restored to normal. But that's not the case here. This is the real deal, a genuine full-blown capital S singularity. Oh. A real singularity? You mean like the original 7 singularities? Oh my. 4? Precisely. Well now. So that's what we're dealing with. Which means this singularity represents a grave threat to humanity, even with the Earth in its current bleached state. The fact that this singularity has appeared as a blot of black stagnation, even on this empty Earth, suggests that its influence is far-reaching indeed. That is an unfortunate conclusion, whatever it's called, has reached. Black stagnation. Yep, black stagnation. How can I put this? It's basically like a giant sunspot. That's the kind of stagnation we're talking about. But didn't the genius of the Atlas Institute say that we had at least a month? an excellent point, which is why I think you should hear what she has to say for herself. Go on, Xenon. I'm sorry. Please, just forget everything I said about the world remaining intact for a month. The thing about singularities is that the only people who can predict them are the ones who cause them. That is why even Gotha ended up being undone by them. They're like insects eating holes in your map before you even aware of their existences. Anyway, there you have it. I'll let the singularity professionals take it from here. Good luck fixing this one and restoring humanity. Oh boy. Also, I'm getting a bit of an itch. Ouch. Makes sense now, Rixella? So your mission this time is to investigate and eliminate this dark spot on human history. I actually am curious then. Does that mean that the reason why we got multiple Lostbelt stuff on multiple areas is because we got singularities popping here and there? Oh boy. The singularity is located in Japan during the Heian period. In the 5th year of Concoryo. I don't know. Kuyo? I think that's how you say it. Kuyo. Or 1008 by the Georgian calendar. The early 11th century. More specifically, it's located in the city we now call Kyoto. Oh. Though at the time, it was commonly referred as a Kyo or Mikayo. Mikayo, I got it. Meaning the capital. Kyoto. Fucking A. I love 4. Perhaps it would be easiest to simply refer as Heian Kyo, as in Heian period in Kyoto. Now makes a lot of sense about the name. Okay. Heian Kyo. I mean, Heian. That's the period in Raiko, Kintoki, and Shuten Doji and Ubaraki, Murasaki, Shikabu, and Shinten Shoganin all came from. Now that's golden! Just in time, boyo. Did somebody say Heian Kyo? And that's the 5th year of Kyo, no less. Now that's really golden! Huh, speaking my language. That times right around the when us Genji warriors were in our prime, as I recall. That is just before our big Uning cleanup operation. Which means you can expect to see yours truly. So you better believe me and Boss Raikou are gonna be all over this. Well, I know Raikou's kind of busy getting things ready now, but I'm sure she'll come running in a flash if you give the word, Master. So if I have to make a guess, the original Kintoki as well as Raikou is going to come with us. I guess that will make sense. Unless some of the Unings show up too. Kintoki means golden time, right? then this really is your time to shine. It'll be great if you all come along, but I'll go with this. Hell yeah! I love Kentucky. He's a bro. I love this guy. That's true. You almost surely know this he and Kyo better than anyone. And if we could meet with your historical counterpart, I bet you'll be perfect at getting him to cooperate with us and share what he knows. So I agree that having you come along will be ideal, if it were possible. Huh? What's the matter, short stuff? Why the long face? Don't tell me he can't come along with us. Oh, come on! Well, the thing is... Hello, everyone. Long time no see. Fuma, Karato, at your service. Kato, Danzo, likewise. Huh? Where did these two come from? They're ninjas. What do you expect? I love the ninja characters. I wish I had Danzo though. I don't think I have her yet. I wonder if there's a summer variation of her yet. Just saying. Oh, 4. What is it with ninja servants always popping up where you least expect them? They're cool. What do you expect? I also have a bit of a soft spot for ninjas, so hey. Sure, I might be able to handle the surprise attacks. The surprise things to the nerves of steel calculated during the lifetime of racing. But could you at least have at least easily caused Mountain Saint Marcel here to die of shock? Oh boy. Tommy's not even sticking to the food theme anymore. Oh boy. I am sorry, Director Gordoff. I promise I will be more careful from now on. Good. But, only within reason, of course. I am aware that you ninjas are about stealth, after all. That is completely true. Something that Naruto kinda does sometimes. Not all the time. If not most times, actually. They're all pretty flashy. But hey, it was a good series regardless. Anyway. Master, Lord Kentucky and Lord Gordoff, other distinguished guests. Will you please hear what we have to say? What is this all about? Of course we will. Let's go with this. Thank you, Master. You see, Lady Danzo and I sensed something was wrong at almost exactly at the same time. 30 minutes ago. The same time that this singularity appeared? Right. Both Lady Danzo and I were momentarily overcome by the exact same sensation. A sensation like hearing a swarming insect, which we think is directly connected to Limbo, the alter ego. Limbo! Okay, so we're dealing with him this time. Okay, so if I have to make a guess, we're going to finish him off once and for all. Limbo, huh? Yep, that guy. The things I end up doing. I've heard the stories about him too, Master. And it was sure sounds like he's one of the most golden, I mean, ungolden bastards ever. You are right on that, mister. He basically shows up out of nowhere and pulls oh boy, wait, what? and tries to pull some serious ungolden shit on you guys all the time, right? You're right, you are, Katoki. From what I've heard, it sounds like he's a dead ringer for Ashina Duman. Of course, I can't say for sure if he's the same Ashira Duman I knew. But I do know for sure that he was hanging out in Kyo right around the year 1008. That said, I get the feeling that he didn't start competing with the no Sime or going down a serious deranged path until a little later on. Oh? This bastard, I gotta say. Dealing with this guy, oh boy. And of course he killed our boy as well. And also dealing with him like multiple times. Limbo! I want to finish him off completely. Limbo is truly a wicked creature. And yet, I get a strong sense that he and I are intertwined by threads of fate. Ooh, Danzo. Oh, Danzo. I remember what happened to you on that one Epic of Remnant thing. Holy fuck. Man. I still feel sad for you. And I still want you to be one of my servants. To be honest, she's one of my favorite ninja servants in this game. Actually, how many ninja servants are there in this game? 3? 4 maybe? I don't remember. I'll take a look in the roster. I feel the same. Oh, you are dead on too. You were there too! What's more, when I heard you all mention he and Kyo, that feeling only grew stronger. So please, Master, please, let us come with you on this journey, so we may cut the threads of fate that bind us to him once and for all. So most likely, these are the reasons why we have to take him. Fate, Well, I can certainly understand how you feel, but I'm afraid we can't make that the call on that alone. What do you say, Tactical Advisor? Sending contracted heroic spirits along a race ship may work for pseudo singularities and minute ones. But were you ever able to send them on a real singularity that easily? Because as far as I can recall, you can only race ship 2 people at most. Well, of course, being able to race shift contracted heroic spirits from our time wouldn't be a huge advantage on any mission. But as our director so rightly pointed out, we're usually not able to have contracted heroic spirits tag along. Huh? While we have been servants with extremely rare skills that let them race ship into singularities on their own, for the most part, it just isn't possible. Since most heroic spirits can't race shift on their own, their only choice is to sync up with Master. As for how we determine whether even that's a possibility, it all comes down to the singularity's essence, by which I mean how harshly it treats elements that didn't originally exist in that history. To put it another way, how many gaps it has through which foreign elements might slip in. For example, if a singularity were to occur at a optimal point in human history, there would be almost no room to bend the rules regarding what sort of outside elements were allowed. But a minute singularity restrictions aren't nearly so, well, strict. Which means there's no room to fudge things, presumably allowing us to reship and contract it and serve heroic spirits alongside Master. The same mostly holds true to pseudo-singularities too. We've seen in some cases where selected heroic spirits were able to reship along thanks to their bond's temperament and traits and other unique characteristics. For example, with the Athena incident, Astolfo and Dion had no problem tackling along. In Salem, we managed to send Robin Hood, Samson, and Matahari. Yeah, I remember that one for sure. I gotta say, that was quite a thing. I wonder if they ever will consider doing an anime of the Epic of Remnant stuff. I think they should. But I think they should pick the one that is the most popular ones. And there's two that actually stands out. And that's the first Epic of Remnant with the altars. And the other one would be the one with what's its name? With Limbo, you know? With Musashi and all that. And our boy Muramasa. I think that'll be the two that I would pick. Though Salem will be a tricky one if they ever did that. Because Salem is technically the last one. I mean, they could literally do a anime series like Season 1, Season 2, and Season 3 or whatever with just the Epic of Remnant, if you ask me. That would be crazy if they did that. The entirety of Epic of Remnant as a series, a anime series. And it'll be longer than even the Fake Stay Night and all the other ones. Even the Fake Zero, actually, thinking about it. That's why I say they should just do selected ones, I guess. Maybe do like a recap of all the other Epic and Remnant stuff and just do maybe Salem only. I don't know. With the Shinjuku case, we could have technically sent a few servants along, but they ended up being unable to reship all the way there thanks to a certain professor's influence, Moriarty. Alright, so what's the deal with this one? Can we go along or not? I'm afraid that would be really challenging for this singularity. Well, I could say challenging. It's really more like impossible. As far as I can tell from the numbers. Oh boy. I got with the Paper Moon. There are no servants who could accompany Rixilla on. This is the Storm Border command room calling from the anchor point. Do you read me, Da Vinci? I've been following along remotely, so don't worry about catching me up. Xenon's actually touching the Paper Moon right now, and she says she has some new information about your current topic. Go ahead, Xenon. She's here flapping her gums like a guppy. Oh my. Like guppy? I admit that is a very cute expression, but you are aware that I do not have gills, right? Oh my. Yeah, let me take a look at something. I'm taking a look at Twitch as well, see how far back I am on it. Man, I am pretty far back on it. and already it's at 18. It's like around the thousands. Jeez. I don't know if it'll ever go back to yellow or green at this rate. I gotta figure out what's going on with that. Oh, right. The report. I was expecting the paper moon. And I heard your discussion of heroic spirits and the probability of race shift. So out of sheer curiosity, I decided to try running some new numbers, and the results were interesting. Interesting, you say? Oh yes, very interesting. It is not a result I would ever have expected on a first try, to get on the first try. It is almost as though someone is extending the intervention for a random parties to come along. Look, the look that says what she's talking about. Oh my. Also, let me put these over here for later. I got some cookies that I'm gonna eat later on. Huh? The look that says, how the hell should I know? Oh wow. Fall. Special translation. Is it bacon time yet? Yeah! Fall gets it. Yeah, let's go get some bacon. I love Fall. Fall is the best character in this game. It is wonderful to see you guys acting in such solidarity. It makes you all seem dependable than ever. But now is not the time for heartwarming scenes. No, definitely not. So I will jump straight to the point. The good news is, I happen to observe two spirit origins that should have no trouble whatsoever race shifting with Rixilla into the singularity. The assassins of Kutaro and Kato Danzo. Okay, so those two are able to come with me. The bad news is, those are the only two. The rest of the Heian servants, including Kentucky, are a no-go. As are servants from other regions and time periods. Gotcha. Don't worry, you can stick by and sit back on the control thing and give us some instructions, you know? You could basically be the guy who sits at the control and giving us instructions of where to go, or be our map or something, I don't know. Lord Kentucky. Nah, don't worry about it. It is what it is, right? The only thing that matters is that you to keep boss safe. Between you two and Mashu, he'll have a golden shield that and spears at his command. Make sure you do the rest of us proud out there. All right, I'm counting on ya. Evil Wind and Black Kite. Understood. Why'd they call her puppet? I mean, I know she's a puppet, but they could have just say Danzo. Oh well. Right. As for the rest of us, we'll better believe we'll show up to help fight battles and stuff. I've also got some golden advice I want to impart before you all head out. If you're heading to the 5th year of Kentaro era, Heian Kyo, then yours truly, well, actually, a few of our living selves are sure to be there somewhere. So make damn sure to find us, no matter what. If you can just track us down, and explain the whole singularity deal to our living selves. Well, I can at least promise that Raiko and me are sure to believe you. Protecting the human world's the Genji's clan's sworn duty, after all. And Raiko's in particular do anything to keep people safe, even if that means she's gonna swallow what's gonna sound like a whole lot of bunch of nonsense. Alright, that's all I got. Sorry I couldn't be more help. But why not stick around in the control room? I'm pretty sure Caldea will be in contact, right? Good luck, boss. I'll be golden rooting for ya. Thanks, Kentucky. I'll do my golden best. Oh, hell yeah! Now that's what I'm talking about! Golden! I love this boy. If I ever get this guy, I'll be happy. Ball! Soon if Fo actually said, fall in! Or something like that. That would have been an interesting thing if Fo actually said that. If Fo said Forden, that'll be funny. I see you're raring to go, Fo. I'm not letting that little furball tag along on yet another mission. It's staying right here this time. Think about it. If it gets lost and left behind at this latest race ship destination, oh, don't worry about it. Fulton has been with us basically all the time with the those things. So hey, it could end up single-handedly ruining Japan's natural ecosystems. You worry too much, Gordov. Fall. What is it, Furball? You have something to say to me? Administrative advisor, technical advisor. I'll take care of this brute with no sense of self-preservation. In the meantime, go ahead and brief the field team on the specifics of the operation. Oh! Fight him! Alright. Let's get into it, shall we? Ritzilla, Miss Curlite, Kotaro, Katsuro Danzo? I don't know. Your mission is to investigate and repair the singularity in Heian Kiyo in the year 1008. That is the long and short of it. It's basically be business as usual. Find the Holy Grail that's causing the singularity and bring it back home. And like Kentucky said earlier, he and Raiko's living selves should be there. So do everything you can to make contact with them, as they're sure to be a huge help. Oh, and one more thing. In regards to this particular Holy Grail's whereabouts, we actually have something of a hint this time. Limbo. Based on what we know about him, there is every possibility that he managed to procure a Holy Grail and spawn this singularity using methods we could never predict. Limbo, the alter ego. Every now and then, you come across people who will give up everything if it means causing as much destruction as possible. These kinds of people leech the life from everything around them. They refuse to see the worth in anything, themselves included, and stick solely to hurting and killing. So be careful, cause I suspect that the kind of threat Limbo might be, too. And we can't afford to let them slow us down when we've still got a whole bleached earth to restore. Don't worry, I won't let my guard down for a moment. Don't worry, I'll be back as soon as we've gotten the Holy Grail. It's time to settle the score with Limbo once and for all. Excellent. In the meantime, we'll continue on the stabilizing the storm border with real world materials. I'm afraid we're still fully unprepared to send you on your way. In fact, you are almost certainly walking into a trap. But all the same, this is not a problem we can't run from. For the time being, it seems unlikely that the foreign god will move from the South America. And Limbo appears to be the only external force behind this latest singularity. Which means that right now, he is operating independently. And so, trap or not, we can't afford to miss this chance when we know he'll be without reinforcements. Ideally, I would love to interrogate him to the exact every iota of information he knows about the foreign god. But I cannot imagine he will be willing to comply with any demand we might make. At any rate, remember this. Your primary mission for this race ship is not only to repair the singularity, it is also to eliminate the key figure of the foreign god's forces before the foreign god herself intervenes. Understood. You can count on me, sir. Alright. All hands, prepare for race shift. I want you all of Newfoundland Chaldea to be on standby, ready to help as soon as needed. Your destination is the southwest district of Heian-Kyo. We'll initiate the race shift in 15 minutes. That is all. Got it. Come on, Mashu. Right, senpai. Papa! I don't know why, but the frames are just keeps on going higher and higher. Jeez. Oh boy, it's not doing good on that. I may have to consider ending streams sooner than later because well, at least we're gonna deal with that. And I may actually do stream tomorrow because I'll be honest, I don't like how the frames just keep dropping like crazy. I may have to consider doing this on tomorrow. It sucks, but I have no control over that. I don't know how to solutionize that. And oh boy, this is gonna be quite a map. It is what it is. Maybe we could actually get some lost time when it comes to it. But yeah, I think I'll have to end it here for now. I am still having that drop issues, that frame issues. So I don't want to make things worse than it is right now. If anything. Maybe tomorrow, if we're lucky, we'll be able to have a stable connection. I'm hoping, at least. I don't want to do this, like, end stream sooner than later. I would like to continue and actually continue working on that singularity story. But unfortunately, I don't want to risk any more issues as it is. So, we'll pick this up, like, around tomorrow. Maybe after I finish my appointment for the doctor I'm gonna have to go to tomorrow. So once I get that done, I will most likely come back to FGO and just work on things. Actually, I'll have to charge my phone before then. Anyway, I hope you have a good one. I hope to see you all later, everyone. I'll most likely have to end press the stop streaming button once I see this one image. There we go. See you, everyone.